Hello there. I'm Scotty, and you're not. And we are back with the Purge franchise and the Purge Anarchy. And I want to correct something I said in my last one about the day. March 22nd. It's actually March 21st is when this takes place. And then it ends on March 22nd. So I heard it wrong. So, like I said, this is the only Purge movie I saw in the theater. And I thought it was pretty good. And then I saw it was getting political, and I opted out of the election year. But obviously, I'm gonna have to dip in. And I know Frank Grillo comes back, but I remember liking this one better and rewatching it. It is better. I think it's better than the first one. It does what the first one doesn't. What people wanted the first one to do is it goes out onto the streets and shows the anarchy of the Purge in its full glory. And here it expands upon the lore by having an anti-Purge group led by this African American man whose name I don't remember. Sort of group. And it actually focuses on three different sets of characters, so to speak. You have Frank Grillo's character, the sergeant, who is out for revenge for his son's death. You have this woman and her daughter who are forced out of their home when their building caretaker freaks out on them, tries to kill them, and then some purgers show up and kill him and then take them out of there, which the grandpa was doing this to save them, but I guess that didn't do much anyway. And then you have a couple who are on the brink of separation, and their fuel line is cut when they were coming out of a grocery store, and they were attacked by a group. And all of them are forced together when the sergeant saves them. And it's about them surviving the night. And I like how they expand upon the original one, and they show us all this stuff. They show us, all the anarchy, so to speak, and what the lengths people go to, the weapons they use, and all that. And they show us a different side of the Purge than we saw in the first one, because it was a home invasion film. We were stuck in one location for most of it. Here you could tell they had a bigger budget. They could do more things, and I like that. I like the grander scope of things. Still don't get how one night of killing people is going to not have anyone do anything the rest of the year. I don't get it. I don't get it. You can say, oh, because it's not legal. Well, it's not legal now, and people still do it. So, I don't know how that works. I just don't get it. And like the idea of an anti-Purge group. I'm anti-Purge. If I was in this situation, I wouldn't agree with the Purge. And I like the characters. I like that there's this couple. They don't want to tell anyone that they're getting separated, because when they do, that makes it more real, right? When you say that, it makes it more real. So they don't want to say that, but they're arguing over saying it. So, they do get closer, but then they die, so it doesn't really matter. We'll get to that. And then they have the mother and daughter trying to survive and make it out there. And then you have the Sarge who just wants to purge, but he's forced to save these people because he's not inherently a bad person. And that's what you gotta go by. Is like, even though there are people out there who are purging, not everyone purging is a bad person. Some people are out to get straight revenge for something. Some people are out there to kind of, not everyone is just killing to kill people like some characters in this movie. Frank Grillo just wants, the Sergeant Frank Grillo, he wants revenge. That's all it is. After one person, he's not out there to just kill for killing's sake. He's just out there to get one person. That's it. And, through the journey, he goes on a journey where he has to make a decision at the end. And that decision leads him to the guy responsible for his son's death. And does he take that chance? No, he doesn't. They play it. James DeMonico, the director, he plays it very simple. You see him go in, you see him grab both of them. You don't see what happens. And then he goes out, and there's this guy from the rich people, because we find out that the rich people are hiring purgers to bring them people to purge because they're taken. Later we'll discuss that. It's kind of in my negatives. Not that part. That part I think it's interesting, but there's a part of that thing that's in the negative. But this guy shows up. He's an actor. I've seen in many things I couldn't point out to you. And you think that Frank Grillo's dead, and all of a sudden, dude gets shot in the head. And it's the guy he came there to kill. He didn't kill him. He decided against it. And this guy saved his life. Big turnaround. So, yeah. Overall, really enjoyed this movie. The negative, though, is that I feel like they hit a roadblock at some point in this film. Like, there was a part in the film where they're just trying to get to the main woman's friend's house. And she says, if you get us there, they have a car, you can borrow it. Take it to do whatever you need to do, right? So the whole journey is to get there. Once they get there, everything just stops. Like, oh, we're anti-purge here, let's just party, let's drink, I recommend alcohol, stuff like that. It just stops. And then I looked at the thing, there's like maybe 20 to 30 minutes left in the film. And so I'm like, there's something, I'm like, I remember something happened. Oh, and then I remember what it was. So, even though it's an anti-purge house, her friend's sister comes out and just shoots her friend. Shoots her full of holes. Why? Because she was cheating with the sister's husband. That's why. She wanted revenge for it. Even though it's showed as an anti-purge house. And then the friend's like, well, I don't know. If you need to do something, you should do it or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, she goes off and kills the... No, it's the other way around. She's the one that gets killed. And it's Isabella from Final Destination 2. She gets killed. And then that attracts purgers. So everyone has to leave. To leave. They get captured. And they get taken to the rich people. Or like I said, are paying off purgers to bring them there. So that they could off them. But the anti-purge guy and his group shows up. And Edwin Hodge, the homeless guy from the first one, he's a part of this group. And they save them, right? But the couple dies, even though they were starting to get closer, they die. And so it's down to the woman, her daughter, and Frank Grillo. And he's able to get a car. He's able to make it to that guy's house. And then we have another... It's an epic, really. Because I remember watching this in the theater. I'm still kind of iffy. He goes in, it's pretty much daylight. And he's going to do this. And I thought at first when I watched this, oh, he stopped because he ran out of time. And that's why he did it. But then this other guy shows up and is going to kill him. And I'm like, wait, it's over, right? The sun's up. Night's over. It's done. No, apparently not. Apparently they don't go by daylight and nighttime like I thought it was. It goes by certain hours. So it goes till 7 a.m. the next morning is where it goes. 12 hours. So, is it like 7 to 7? That's 12 hours, isn't it? 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., that's 12 hours. So, it goes from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., 12 hours, and then, yeah. Because this guy shows up, he's about to kill him, like I said. Guy he came to purge, came to kill, he used the purge to kill. Shoots the guy, and then his people come up, and then the girl and the woman and her daughter show up with guns to help, and yeah, but he was shot. Frank Grillo was. So the ending of this hasn't been taken to hospital, but yeah, I actually really like this movie. I think so far it is the best. I haven't watched the other ones yet, but I think it's pretty good. And I actually can't wait to watch Election Year because Frank Grillo's in that and he's pretty awesome. I like Frank Grillo. So I'd have to say... Oh, here's another nitpick. So the rich guy says, oh, we found your car. And we tracked it. So, one, how did you know where his... He says that he found out who he was from the car, the register in the car, whatever the car was registered, right? So how did they know where his car was? How did they know it was his car? They didn't know who he was. I get there's cameras and stuff all around the city and stuff, but it's a little sketchy for him to just show up like that saying, oh, we found your car. Your license plate let us ride to you. Now I know who you are, Sergeant. I'm like, wait, if you didn't know who he was, then how did you find his car? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Cameras, we'll just say that. But yeah, I'm going to say when it comes to the Purge Anarchy, this is a shorter review. I got to get, it's pretty good. Sorry that this is a little on the shorter side. I'm kind of cutting time here, so I'm doing a quick one. I got a TV show on. I got to fix something before that TV show comes out. But yeah, I thought this was pretty good. So far, it's in the running for the best of the Purge movies. And they make it better. They make it worse. Who knows? I've heard things after election year that kind of go down, and I'm not surprised as James Monaco leaves the franchise after that. But I hear he's coming back for a sixth one, so it looks like Forever Purge isn't the last one. Will this franchise ever end? I don't know. You got 5 films, almost 6, and a TV series. Who knows? But what are your thoughts on the Purge Anarchy? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.